Hello, I'm Lindell. In this video we will focus on the hips. All poses are done at the wall and held for about 3 minutes. Release any pose earlier if necessary. Feel free to put on your favorite music if that's helpful to relax. Go ahead and sit in front of a wall so we can start right away. Start seated to the side of the wall with the knees bent and pointing up. Wheel the legs up while lowering the back down to the ground. Straighten and open the legs. Feel the stretch on the inner side of the thighs and groin. The legs can be slightly bent. Relax the muscles of the thighs. Allow the legs to lower down over time. One last minute left in this straddle pose on the wall. Check in with the physical sensations. We use this pose to stretch the adductors, the muscles along the inner side of the thighs. Come out if you feel pain or if it's impossible to relax as a whole. Release slowly by placing the hands behind the knees. Pull the knees away from the wall and keep the soles of the feet against the wall. Now close the knees together. Straighten the left leg. Fold the right leg and place the right foot on top of the left thigh. Bend the left leg to generate a stretch over the outer hip and maybe outer thigh. The knees may be closer together, and it's possible that you need to angle the legs one way or the other to give you an effective glute stretch. Once you have found a shape that works for you, relax the legs and set the intention to keep still for 2 more minutes. Release figure 4 pose and rest both legs up the wall. Let's explore the second side. Bring the left foot on top of the right leg. Bend the right leg until you feel a mild stretch over the left outer hip and maybe outer thigh. Explore the shape further if needed, changing the width in between the knees and maybe angling the legs differently. We will hold a mild to moderate glute stretch for 2 more minutes. The breath can stay natural during the long passive hold, but feel free to use any breathing technique if it helps you to relax the body or mind. It's time to come out. Straighten out the right and left leg against the wall. Pause for a couple of breaths. Next up is a hamstring stretch. Position yourself sideways to the wall. Bend the left knee and place the left foot against the wall. If you feel a gentle pulling sensation in the back of the left thigh and maybe groin, stay here. If you don't feel a hamstring stretch, straighten out the leg until you do. It's possible you need to reposition yourself. Be gentle and don't push yourself into a specific shape. Listen to the body. If this pose doesn't feel right, hold on to the back of the thigh instead with the help of the hands. If your left leg is straight, bend the knee slowly. Now lift both legs up to the center and change sides. Come and lie with the right side against the wall. Look for a subtle hamstring stretch in the back of the right thigh. Option is to keep the right leg bent. If the wall is not useful, hold on to the back of the thigh or foot to keep your leg in position. Feel free to move during the hold, with the intention to retrieve the moderate intensity of the stretch. Last moments in this hamstring stretch. Gradually release if your right leg is extended by bending the knee. Bring the body back to the middle. The last asymmetrical pose is targeting the front area of the thigh. First, shift the hips away from the wall. Fold the left leg with the foot near the buttock. The right leg can be straightened out or bent. The knee can be lowered down to the floor as well. This is a quad stretch for the front of the left thigh. Avoid any pain in the left knee. Both buttocks don't have to touch the ground. You can tilt the hips. Some of you may need to extend the spine slightly back. We are almost halfway through. Make small changes to your pose if needed. Make sure there is no strain, and you feel a subtle pull over the front of the left thigh, maybe hip. Come out of the shape you're in very slowly and gently. Rest both legs against the wall. Let's repeat on the right side. Remember, it's possible you need to shift the hips farther away from the wall. Fold the right leg with the foot near the buttock or even under the buttock. The left leg can be straight or bent. Foot can be up or down. The right buttock can lift off the floor. It's possible you need to arch the back slightly to find an effective stretch along the front of the thigh and hip. We've arrived at the last cycles of breath in this pose. Slowly, slowly release. Do not hurt yourself. Keep the legs up against the wall. Relax the body completely. Observe the effect of the practice.